Hey everyone, welcome back to my channel. It's Mystic Rain here, and today I'm going to do a review of The Universe Has Your Back Oracle deck by Gabrielle Bernstein. So I don't really know too much about her. I've heard her name thrown out there a little bit, especially as of lately. I know she has a popular book. I've never read it, and the reason as to why I never read this book, I believe, which is the same title, The Universe Has Your Back, is because I'm very fickle when it comes to books, and I don't want to spend the money on the book and then get halfway through and realize I hate it and then not finish it. And so I figured I would have better luck with Oracle cards because I actually use all my cards, and that's the better route to go. So I went ahead and I brought her deck, and I got her deck yesterday, I think it was, and just was excited, and I opened it. So unfortunately, I'm not going to be doing all of that, unraveling of plastic in front of you guys, but it's a new deck, all right? So this is what it looks like, in the front. I think it's, it's cute, and the box feels nice. The box has like a matte finish, and when you open it, you do have like the bio card and, the artist's reason for why they made the deck. And then for the cards itself, this is what they look like on the back. Now, one thing about these cards is that they have a very matte finish. It's a nice feel, but I do have an issue with matte cards in the sense that matte cards, in my opinion, are just kind of hard to shuffle. When the cards are a bit glossy, they glide over each other a lot nicer, and so they're a lot easier to shuffle. But when they're matte, they don't glide, so you can't really shuffle them that well. But this is what the backs look like. The back's all right. I think it's, it's cute artwork. It's cutesy. Yeah, it's just some back artwork. And then on the front side, you have a lot of sort of watercolor designs. So I guess I'll just run through a number of these with you guys really quick, just so you guys can get a feel for the deck, see if you want to buy it, or if you, whatever you want to do with it. So the first one says, I surrender to a power greater than me. Now, these things, I feel like this would be a really good deck for someone that was just getting into their spirituality. Maybe, whether or not, they consider themselves a psychic, or they're learning tarot cards or oracle cards or whatever. I don't really think that this deck really falls into that category. And I think when I look at the box, I don't even think the box doesn't classify itself as an oracle deck. It's just a 52 card deck. This is what the inside of the box looks like, by the way. And so I think that this deck is good for just anyone in general. I feel like if you have a friend and maybe you realize that they're in a bit of a crisis at the moment, or they're having a hard time, maybe they're having, feeling depressed, or maybe having problems with like low self-esteem, because we all go through those phases. But I feel like the cards would be a really good gift. Like, I can't really see myself working heavily with these cards, just because a lot of what it's saying, for example, when I accept the love of the universe as my primary teacher, I will always be guided back to the light, which they're beautiful sayings, absolutely beautiful. But I think just because of my lifestyle and what I do, this is something that is already in my awareness. Things of that nature of, the universe having your back is already in sort of my immediate awareness. Those are things that I meditate on every single day. It's how I do my work. It's how I practice. And because it's in my immediate awareness, I feel like the deck is sort of limited in terms of what it can offer me or what it can teach me. Now, I think if I was having maybe a moment, or I was feeling particularly sad or down, this would be a really good deck to maybe pull out, get myself a reminder. But I feel like there's nothing in this deck that I can learn or be taught, because I practice this on a daily basis. But for anyone that's trying to get in touch with their spirituality, maybe anyone that's interested in cards, but they don't know where to start, they don't know if they should start with an oracle deck or a tarot deck, and if they do, they don't know which one to get, because maybe they feel like they don't know how to read it, or maybe they feel like family or friends would judge them. Maybe they feel like if they started doing this type of stuff, they'll get in trouble from their parents. I think that this is a really sort of good deck to have, because one, it acts as an oracle deck, and two, it's very easy to say, oh no, these aren't, it's not that type of thing, this is based off of her book. And it is, I believe, don't quote me on this, but I believe that there were quotes that were taken out of her book or something, and they were put into the cards, I think. I'm not sure, don't quote me, but I feel like that's probably what happened. And then you have the main card here, the universe has my back, which I think is super cool in terms of the fact that it does match the box. Now, with everything I've just said, I do want to say that I do appreciate the artwork. I think the artwork is lovely. I think the sayings, you can't see, but this one says, I do whatever it takes to get closer to consciousness. But yeah, I do think the artwork is really nice. I do think the sayings in the cards and the quotes in the cards are really beautiful. And again, like I said, I think it's someone that's it's really perfect for someone that's just starting out on their spiritual journey. And I gotta say, when it comes to these cards, I don't think I see myself keeping them for an extended period of time. I think I may use them a bit just to play with them, take some snapshots, put it up on Instagram, because I think it's a great Instagram deck in terms of aesthetic. I do see myself eventually gifting this deck to someone. Now, I don't have anyone in mind particularly, but I feel like if I were to ever come across someone that was just beginning their spiritual journey and they came to me and was like, what do you think I should do? What do you think I need? I feel like this would be a deck where I would say, you know what? I got the perfect thing for you. And I would give it to them and I'd be like, start with this. I feel like this would be one of those decks that I would end up gifting at some point in its lifetime. But I mean, it's pretty, for anyone that was interested in it, anyone that likes it, I don't regret buying it or anything. It's just, I feel like I respect the message, but it's one of those things where I feel like I need to spread the message as well, that it's not just about me holding on to it, but I can actually spread it on to someone else, and if someone else would probably really benefit from it. I was also thinking that what I could do with this deck is, instead of giving the entire deck away, I can just give a card specifically. So send it in like snail mail, send it through the post, almost like sending it like a postcard to anyone that I feel like think they need it, or keep it in my purse. And when I bump into someone and they share their story, because that happens to me a lot, I have a lot of people that I just bump into randomly that I don't know, and they always say, oh, I really like your energy. And they tell me everything about their life. And then they find out what it is that I do, and then they really start telling me everything about their life. But I was thinking, maybe I'll have someone in mind, or someone is around, and I know I have the deck in my bag, and I go, you know what, hold on, give me a second. And then I start just ruffling through it, and I'm like, okay, this card is going to be this is a good card for you. So I may use it that way as well. But I feel like these words are words to give back. I feel like that's sort of the place that I'm at in my spiritual journey at the moment, where I don't necessarily need the words for myself. I feel like these are words that I need to be sharing with other people to sort of spread the love, spread the awareness type thing. And in terms of work like that, I feel like I can do it through these cards. But yeah, I mean, it's a cute deck, the card stock is thick. It's very thick. It's a very thick card stock. There's nothing wrong with the fact that it's thick. But because I just took a quick look and I could see that it's not meant to be an oracle, I don't really necessarily have, oracle type standards for the deck. It's just a deck of cards really that have affirmations and reminders on it. And if you are a deck collector like I am, I think it'd be cute to sort of have it in your, your collection. And I don't really see it being a working deck. I don't feel like I could work with it, but I do sense it being one of those decks that maybe if you were bored, you'd pull it out, you'd shuffle through it, play with it, appreciate the artwork. And I feel like this is where it stands. But yeah, so this is Gabrielle's, yep. So Gabrielle Bernstein's deck. A 52 card deck. Yeah, I mean, I like it. It's okay. I don't dislike it. So if anyone that was unsure about getting it, hopefully this helped you make a better or a more informed decision. And yeah, so that's the end of this video for The Universe Has Your Back. And I hope you guys like what you saw. If you didn't, well, you can't please everyone. But if you did and you want to have more chats, then subscribe to my channel, and I'll see you guys soon.